jamesibechi.com. PowerPoint on the internet.
The PowerPoint on your internet.
I am Ode Emmanuel. This school is Academy of Medical Health and Education, Igwoke Uwokwu. The NBTE is here to upgrade the institution. We had the accreditation 2 years ago to operate the school, and license was issued to that effect. But today, they are here again to see the level of development and to accredit 5 new programs for us, as well as upgrading the institution.
Permit me at this time now to hand over the microphone to the team for the introduction.
Good morning, all. The proprietor and founder of the institution, the representative of the Honorable Minister of Education from Federal Ministry of Education, the rector of the institution and management staff of the institution, my colleague, ladies and gentlemen. Good morning once again. On behalf of the ES, that is the Executive Secretary of the Board, Professor Bogaji Mohammed, I want to sincerely extend this greeting to you and your institution. The IEI was originally an initiative of the Federal Ministry of Education under the leadership then of Professor Ezekwesili, when he was the Minister of Education, in collaboration with the board, in order to bridge the gap between the training institution and the work environment. And that gave birth to Innovation Enterprise Institution and Vocational Enterprise Institution. The main aim, like I said, or the objective was to bridge the gap, especially the hands-on gap between the training institution and the work environment. It was envisaged that the work environment would form part of the training, and that was why the work environment was a major component of attracting approval for the IEI institution. One of the requirements is that you must have a MOU with an existing industry that is related to the program you take to run. Like for the institution of your own now, it is expected that you are having an understanding with the medical facility in order to effectively train your student. So that at the end of the training, all those issues of having to retrain the trainees after getting the qualification would have been breached in the process of the qualification. That was the essence. But over the years, there was a kind of proliferation in the sense that many that couldn't get approval to run polytechnic dabble into IEI because they see that it is easier to get approval because of the requirement of running the institution, thereby watering down the quality. So on the assumption of duty of Professor Bogaji, he saw that problem, and which has been giving them problems in attracting even students admission. And in order to address that, he brought up the idea of upgrading them to monotechnics. And agenda was set, the requirement was reviewed up, and was sent out to the association of owners of IEIs and VI. I believe you have association and you meet regularly. And when they start to consider it, some of them bought into the idea and said they were ready for the conversion because the guideline was rolled out. And in order to meet up with the requirement of attaining that status, it was expected that part of the requirement was to do some documentation online, make payments, and then the board will send team together with the Federal Ministry of Education to come and see, to come and IMARC, because you've already made submission of the documentation. We're only here to affirm your submission, and based on that, a report will be generated for the management of the board and the Honorable Minister for final decision. So those of us here are only field workers representing the board and the Federal Ministry of Education, and we are going to work in line with the set standard. It is based on that we are going to write our report. The final decision will be taken by the management of the board and what the minister's representative is going to submit to the honorable. I must commend the courage of the proprietor to establish this kind of institution, especially in this kind of terrain. It's not an easy thing. I'm sure probably it's located somewhere in Makurdi or Abuja. Yeah, business, doing his business, enjoying his life. But he has not forgotten his people. It takes a lot of courage to do or to embark on this kind of projects. And I also want to commend the team members. It is not easy for you to see somebody having interest in this kind of projects and then giving him support. It is not an easy thing. I must also commend you. Well done, and I hope you keep it up. And like it's usually the tradition of the board, we are always there to support you in order to achieve your objective. Because if we end up going around to close our institution like the police do, we at the end of the day also not have work to do. So whatever advice we are going to give you, don't see it as irrational. It's a way of supporting and encouraging you. It is possible you have dressed and the powder is not enough or it's too much on one side. We just tell you need to do some little adjustment in order to look better and be more attractive. So whatever advice or comment we are going to be giving you or making in the process of this exercise, don't see it as attack, see it as a form of support. Like I said, for you to have even started this project is one thing that is very, very valuable and that should command encouragement and support from us. Like I told you, we are not in the business of going around to close an institution. If we are in that kind of business, at the end of the day, we also not have work to do. So, as usual, we're here to give you the necessary support and advise you appropriately in order to do the right thing in line with the requirement. Because, and I want to believe, your objective is that at the end of the day, whoever you train here that goes out and perform well, the whole thing will come get back at you. If your students are doing well outside in the world of work, it will bounce back at you. And that anybody that is trained in that institution, you can be sure that something good will come out, or they are reliable because they are giving the best. But if they go and they are not meeting up with the requirement, it will still fall back to you. Nobody wants to encourage his work to institution where their work will not get the best. So once again, I say well done, keep it up. On our team, we have, like I earlier said, the representative of the Honorable Minister of Education in the person of Nura Bashiru. And also from the board, we have Nura Kazaure. And then the last but not the least, who is also the coordinator of this entire program, in the person of Shehu Abdul. On our record, we know noticed that you were given 4 programs for takeoff, and they include environmental health technology, paramedics, and then health information technology and dental therapy. Those are the 4 programs. So based on the new requirements in order to operate as monotechnics, monotechnics are kind of specialized institutions that run group of related programs for the award of national diploma. Initially when you were approved as an IEI, the qualification to be awarded is Innovation Enterprise National Innovation Diploma. National Innovation Diploma. So, with this shift now, once you are given approval to run as monotechnic, instead of the NID, you now be running National Diploma. National Diploma. That is if you meet the requirements for running the program. We don't intend to waste your time. We intend to be very objective and meticulous with our work. We hope you already know what we'll be asking you of and you are already on the ground. We don't have to waste too much time, bearing in mind the terrain we're working in. So we will require you to give us maximum cooperation and be open as much as possible. We're here to support you and advise you appropriately. Once again, I also want to thank you for the reception according to us since our arrival yesterday. Most sincerely committed hospitality, and we hope we keep it up. Thank you very much.
For all the programs. One is the issue of classrooms. The classrooms are there, but the conditions are not encouraging. So you need to improve on the condition of the classrooms in the areas of furniture, ceiling fans, all the electrical fittings should be provided for students to have better understanding of the program, and for learning to take place, you should provide all this for the classrooms.
Academy of Medical Health is a specialized institution that all courses to be accredited are vocational courses, are self-reliance courses, that at the end of the program, students rather become an inventor, a business creator, instead of job seeking, moving fire from one place to another. We expect that our product should be a job creator. You first of all employ yourself, thereby employ others. So you don't expect somebody that learn community health, pharmaceutical technology to be jobless. It's hot cake. You can equally employ yourself if government is yet to employ you. It's only in this part of the world that when we finish from the school, we start looking for job around. Universities are expected to train people to invent or even to employ themselves at the end of the training.
What is your motivation for bringing this kind of institution into the bush, into this interior?
It is the love of the community. The love of the community. You don't expect somebody to come and develop your community for you. You have to do it yourself. If I want to do business, I would not even think of citing the institution in this place. There is no road, there is no grid, there is no network. You can't access anything. But we have to do this to build a community ourselves so that this place can be attractive.
We are here to support you, and in that regard, we are already discussing with the proprietor and the rector of the institution. Whatever we say is not to discourage you. is to toe the right path. Remember, there are some other institutions who may likely want to run this program too. So we want them to see you as role model. Whatever we are telling you is not to bring you down, it's to encourage you. So I want you to take our advice very seriously. We are field officers. We are just taking note of what we have seen here. We are going to make our submission to the management of the board. They will be taking the final decision.
The whole exercise went well, and based on what we've seen so far, we were able to meet up with those requirements. And we are 100% sure that we have it.
Oh, congratulations.
Thank you very much, sir.
So what value does this add to the school
Very
now?
beautiful, very beautiful. We are happy, and we believe the society and the world at large will benefit from this very process.
That's okay.
Thank you.